Hi, I'm Raymond. You're watching Insert Quest here. And today, as a Patreon reward, we are playing Escape from Jurassic Park for Grey Walker. Um, Escape from Jurassic Park is a completely original RPG, not based on any other work of fiction, where you are a genetically re-engineered dinosaur. You live in captivity in a theme park where humans come to gawk at you. The humans feed you well enough, but you hate living in cages and performing for their amusement. Once a week, the humans tranquilize you and tie you up, take you to a lab, and poke you with needles. It sucks. Your goal is to escape your captors and the park, where you will be free to eat, claim territory, and mate to your heart's content. You wouldn't mind killing some humans while you're at it. So in this game, the players play as these genetically re-engineered dinosaurs. They have two skills: escape and dinosaur. Escape is used to evade humans and use devices and things like that. Open doors. Dinosaur is used whenever brute force, teeth, or claws are relevant. You roll a number of 6 dice equal to your rating in the skill. Whenever you fail, you generate panic, a point of panic per failure. And when your panic reaches 6, you start freaking out and bad stuff happens to you. If you survive your freak out, your panic reduces to 3, and you can also reduce your panic by 1 for each human you kill. Although if you kill humans, then panic, you don't get to retroactively reduce your panic level. You have to kill new humans.
So I can't stampede and kill humans that way.
I mean, you could. You just can't. You can't kill humans, then panic, then use the humans that you just killed to cure panic. You'd have to. You'd have to kill some new humans.
Feel like panic needs to be nerfed a bit. No, it's fine.
Cool.
I'm a dinosaur. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So I've generated some attributes about our park. For example, the park is only accessible by a flimsy rope bridge, but its perimeter is patrolled by heavily armed guards. I have also chosen a starting location, which I will reveal soon. But why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us about your dinosaurs?
You start. Go.
Yeah, it's your thing, right, Grey Walker.
Well, I think the humans call me Trixie because of my horns, and I do a couple of tricks.
That's so cool.
Well, I got this one, but I got really nervous, and oh god,
So, what type of dinosaur are you, Trixie?
I'm a Triceratops. I got
And
these horns.
What's your escape and dinosaur rating?
I got a 3.
In both?
Escape and Dino are 3.
Yeah, wonderful. And can you tell us about your advantages and disadvantages?
Oh yeah, no, I can ram things really well. I roll an extra die for that, but unfortunately, I do my trick at a random time, pretty at the wrong time usually.
Your trick being that you poop.
I poop.
Yeah.
The nerves.
It's such a weird disadvantage, but I kind of love it. You know? It's very childish.
I love it so much.
And I'm kind of into it. And the other dinosaur that we have?
The player's name is Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
My dinosaur is named Kyle. And I'm a sauropod.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a big, giant dinosaur.
So big.
With a tiny head. My escape is at 2, but my dinosaur is at 4. My traits are create earthquakes at will, and I sneeze uncontrollably on fails. So I feel like I'm I have pretty good traits here.
Wonderful.
If I can create earthquakes at will.
So, we find our dinosaurs in a large, seemingly open area, but you know that there are barriers just at the edges of the horizon. This area is devoid of any serious vegetation. It's mostly low grass. It's a plains of some kind.
It
There's
has to be trees for me to eat.
hang on. There's no large bodies of water for you to hang out in. There's no shrubs to munch on or trees to eat. They do bring plants into this enclosure for you guys to eat, but there's also a lot of other dinosaurs here because you guys are in the breeding pens.
Ugh.
So they don't have a lot of stuff in here because they don't want you to get distracted from the task at hand.
I see.
So there's a few other Triceratopses in here and a couple of other sauropods. And there's also a herd of Gallimimuses.
Well, those.
What are those? They're these like big runny boys. They're like yeah, they're like speedy turkey boys.
All right.
They're about the size of an antelope. There's a scene in a movie that you've probably never seen about like
yeah.
Where
Probably not the second one.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's the first one where these guys are where they're walking across a valley, and they see this herd of Gallimimuses running.
Oh, those. No, I mean I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah. You're a bit crackly, my boy.
Oh, sorry. I can't do much about that though.
That's fine. So, what are you guys doing? You're in the breeding pen, and you know what? You're sick of being told when and when not to mate.
Yes.
You know, these humans are always trying to control you.
Yeah, this is not. I will go wander about until I find Trixie.
Sure. Where does Kyle find you, Trixie?
Oh, no one really likes to hang out with me because my unique trick.
I mean, don't the other Triceratopses have the same trick?
No.
They've got a little more control.
No. I mean, yes.
Indeed, I knew what you meant.
Oh, pretty shitty. Can we curse?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I will follow the telltale aroma of Trixie's trick. I'm high up, so I should be able to track her down.
It smells like mulberries.
Yes, so I'll head in that direction, very slowly and very methodically wandering across.
Like fermented mulberries.
Oh, good.
Cool. You wander over to Trixie.
Trixie is female or male?
Male. That's
All
what
right.
That's what makes it the worst.
Even better.
All right, good. Trixie,
Huh?
you up here.
Kyle.
Up here.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Kyle. Hey. What are you doing up there?
You know, I've been thinking. Me and the other sauropods, we're not really keen on the level of effort we have to put into the show every day.
Yeah.
Also, these new breeding pens. We've been talking about forming a union.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, and we're wondering if you could get the other Triceratops in on this.
Oh, maybe. I think so. I mean, just between you, me, the wall, and the you, me, and the wall here. Yeah.
All right.
What's a union?
Huh?
What's a union? Just between you, me, and
Oh,
the world.
it's a gathering of like-minded individuals that seek rights for other people. Yes.
Okay.
And we need also to destroy these human oppressors,
Okay.
like good socialists. I'm told. I'm not quite sure on that part. I read this book. Well, I saw a picture.
I mean, we got
So
a lot
anyways,
of. Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking we should try and get the humans away from this park so we can have it in peace.
Okay.
And so we can just go back doing our dinosaur thing.
I just eat things on a leaf and.
Yeah, but they still make us do tricks, right?
Yeah, you got me on that one. Yeah, they make me do
Yeah,
tricks.
that's pretty embarrassing for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I feel like we should, do something about that.
Okay. Should I just go start ramming the gate? Yeah, they probably don't want that to happen. I mean, I could just start bashing
I
it.
feel like, and I hate to impose myself on you, but maybe you
Okay.
could perform the trick near the gate.
Like my trick or the ramming trick? I'm assuming you.
The trick other than the ramming trick.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can do that.
And this will cause a disruption that I will
Okay.
use to my advantage.
All right. Go roll me escape over near the door, near the gate.
So I got 3 in escape. So I got to roll a
3d6, and you want to get a 6 to succeed.
Yes.
I roll all 4s, no 6s.
All right, so you gain a panic. So you go over to the gate, and you're trying to force yourself to do your trick, and you can't. You're really nervous because you don't like doing the trick. It makes you uncomfortable. And so you're sitting there, and you're trying to, and you feel like the other Triceratopses are watching you, and the Gallimimuses are running past, confused, making strange turkey noises, and
I don't even know what a turkey is. It's just making noises.
and a couple of the sauropods are looking at you like, what's going on? Why are you near the gate? What's going on near the gate, though?
All right.
And everyone's just watching you, Trixie, and it's not a fun time. It's really
This is super awkward.
your anxiety is.
So their focus is on him right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will sneak up to the gate.
You sneak up to the gate that all the other dinosaurs are basically looking at, because that's where Trixie is.
No, in the opposite direction of the gate.
Oh, the other gate.
Yes.
Right, yes, the other gate that leads to the carnivore pens. Sure.
Yes. I will use my ability now to create earthquakes at will.
Sure.
It just says I can do it, right?
Yeah, I think that means that, like, when you can... I think that means that you can... I'm pretty sure it's a dino thing, right? So it's like, you have grenades. That doesn't mean that they just automatically go off.
I will roll dinosaur.
Yeah, indeed. Roll dinosaur.
I get a single 6.
Nice, that's enough. So you start stomping your feet like a brontosaurus. And indeed. And you're creating earthquakes.
Yes.
What are you hoping the earthquakes will do?
Destroy the fence in
Sure.
that area.
So you're like stomping and stomping and stomping and stomping and stomping, and then some of the other sauropods come over and like, oh hey, what are you doing? Stomping around, and they also start stomping.
Stomp around.
They're all just stomping because they think that they just think it's a fun activity to do.
Yes, I'm clearly the leader here. So yes, I will destroy the gate in that area.
Yeah, you destroy the gate. You see like a bunch of people like in jeeps driving towards the gate, and then it breaks down. Now, what do you all do?
Trixie,
Ah!
get over here!
Ah!
I feel like he's terrible.
Thump.
Good. Yes. Run them over. Kill them. Kill the
Trixie,
humans.
there's those little metal things that the humans ride in are coming towards you, and they've got those big trank guns on top of them for putting
Run
you
them
to
over,
sleep.
Trixie. Run them over.
Man, I don't like those things. I guess I'm just gonna have to, I'm just gonna headbutt them. I mean, it looks like another Triceratops. When we bash our heads together. I'm just gonna run like that.
Roll an extra die to ram objects, so that's 4 dice for you to dino.
Hey, I get a 6.
Nice. So you slam into one of the cars and it goes rolling.
Holy guys, did you see that? Oh wow,
Good
I
job,
did that.
Trixie. Good job.
You know what? I think you killed 3 humans.
Oh wow. Oh god, there's one in my horn. Oh god.
So make
Oh
sure,
god.
so make sure you track humans killed as you shake the human free of your horn.
Oh, it's screaming. Oh, it's screaming. Oh, get it off. Get it off.
Good job.
One of the other sauropods stomps on it.
Good job. Good job, Trixie. I will. What do we see beyond the fence?
So you're in kind of a long in a field similar to the breeding pen, except it's kind of like a corridor between enclosures. It's a few 100 meters wide, and then there's another more heavy-duty fence across from you, and inside of that is a little bit more of this thin, low grass, but then it becomes deep, long grass, and then a kilometer or so beyond that, it becomes thick, luscious jungle, and you can smell carnivore urine from that jungle.
Yeah, okay. What do I know about the carnivores? Do we like those guys? Do we hate them?
Look,
Can you talk to-
carnivores. I mean, you've heard that in the sometime earlier on in the history of Triassic Park.
Yes.
They tried a more complete ecosystem kind of deal because it would seem that carnivores, unfortunately, like to eat herbivores.
All right.
But I mean, that was a long time ago. Maybe their attitudes have changed.
I mean, Willard was trying to get into eating plants. I mean, God bless him.
Maybe we could get them to eat the humans.
Hey,
Oh,
now
definitely.
there's an idea.
I feel like we should be able to talk to these guys, though. But first, I feel like I should kill some humans.
I was going to say, there's 2 more fucking trucks of humans, and they're going to try and shoot tranquilizers at you.
Okay, well, I will dinosaur at them and try and destroy their car.
Sure, what does that look like?
It's me flailing my tail at them.
Cool, go for it.
dinosaur.
Make me that dinosaur roll.
Yeah. Nope. I failed.
Cool, take a
One
panic as your tail swoops over them, and they shoot.
I also sneeze uncontrollably on fails.
Yeah, your tail swoops over them, and all the dust from the trucks and the other people starts to kick up, and it gets into your nose, and you feel a sneezing fit coming on.
Shoot!
And you just start sneezing uncontrollably.
Sorry.
But there's still those, and a tranquilizer hits you in your hindquarters.
Oh no, that's not good. Ugh.
Tank dart in your butt. Never
don't
mind. I'm
don't
just
look
gonna
at it.
Yeah, no, it's right there. Trank dart in your butt.
Do something.
Okay.
Stomp on them.
Stomp on the trank dart on your butt.
No, the humans.
Okay, I'll just ram them again. That worked out first time, so let's try that again.
Good.
All right, ramming them. Hey, there's another 6.
A 6, did you say?
Yes, I have a 6.
Yeah, so you stomp on one of the trucks. You sort of like slam your foot down on the front of it, and pound the engine into the ground. And the humans are freaking out, and they're trying to unbuckle and get out of the car. One of them like dives off the back, abandoning the tranquilizer cannon.
Is there like a human that looks vaguely protagonisty?
Yeah, you see a guy with like a beret.
Oh dear.
And he's got a big like heavy metal gun thing strapped to his side, and he's got like he's got a big dinosaur fang hanging down around his neck. And
Oh shit. Well, we can't have that. So I'm
God. That's Wallace's tooth. Oh my God!
I'm gonna destroy him.
Sure, guys.
Destroy him. Yeah. I get a 6.
Nice. So you're how are you gonna hit him?
I'm just gonna step on him.
Cool.
I'm just gonna like come charging forward, and then he just runs between legs, and I step on him with one of my hind legs.
Yeah. So you hear this voice go, "Oh no! These dinosaurs are working together."
Then splat. Gotcha.
We need to stop using tranquilizers. We need to get the elephant guns out here. Oh no, one's coming for me! And he goes running between your legs, and then you stomp on him. It's like, me leg! Me bloody leg!
Gotta kill him.
This bastard thinks fucking Kyle! He squashed me leg!
Hey, I got a question. We're in South Africa. Why is there an Australian zookeeper here?
Hey, you don't question my authority and my right to be a game warden wherever I choose.
Hey, wait a minute. How do you understand us? We're talking dinosaur here.
He does not. He's talking to one of the other guys who's like, you shouldn't even be here, man. You're not a paleontologist.
Okay, I've had enough of this, so I'm just gonna kill him.
But then you would have a protagonist. An antagonist.
Exactly. Exactly.
No. He's just antagonist 1. He's got the cue card.
That's fair.
So you're gonna stomp on him as he's screaming, "No!"
Good. I'm gonna record that as 1 kill.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Trixie.
I'll never get to have a Tim Tam slam again. As you squash him to death.
Oh my! I don't know what it is. Oh. Okay.
So there's still one more car, and there's like a bunch of humans.
Trixie.
Yeah?
You've done well at destroying cars.
I know, right?
Destroy more cars.
All right. You know, I'm getting pretty good at this. This might be a new hobby of mine.
It's your life goal.
I can live with that.
Good. Do it.
Yep. Got another 6.
Nice. One of the guys jumps out of the car at the last minute as you slam into this one, but you kill 2 humans.
Hey!
As this car goes rolling and slams into the fence of the predator enclosure, predator pen, and you see the gate bend in but not break. And then a few seconds later, you hear like kind of these squawking, chirping howl-like things coming from the jungle, all different pitches and stuff. And then you hear this large, resounding ferocious roar ring out from the jungle, and all these birds go flying up.
Ah,
It would appear
why did the music suddenly change?
the carnivores know something is up.
All right. Well, the carnivores are clearly dumb. They don't know what's going on, so they need some guidance from like the smart animals.
The humans that you haven't killed yet start scrambling and running back down the road, trying to get back to their bunker.
All right. Should we follow them?
I mean, we could try and get the carnivores out and just book it. I mean, more mayhem, right? I mean, that's how we're going to get out of here, right?
Do you think we can deal with the carnivores?
I think if we just get the door open and run like hell, sure.
All right. I will create an earthquake now.
Cool, go for that. Roll me that dinosaur roll.
All right, I'm gonna do my create earthquake. I get nothing.
Give me 1 hot second as my neighbor is screaming.
All right.
So far, so good. I think the escape plan's going good.
Yes, we should create more mayhem though. We should find like the power station and destroy it.
Do we even understand what a power station is? I mean, right now, I really don't know.
Well, I have a vague idea.
That's fair. That's fair.
We should follow the cables. I saw that in like an ancient script once that we should follow the cables. Like there was a guy who said that we should follow the cables.
You're gonna follow some cables?
Yeah, you talking about Herb? Because he got into some weird stuff, man. There were some of these plants growing, weird bushes.
You shouldn't judge a bird. You shouldn't judge a dino on his hobbies, man.
I'm not judging on his hobbies. I'm just saying he got into some weird bushes. He just went far-sighted, man.
Yeah, but when you ate him, you just pooped a lot.
Yeah, I know. I actually got it out pretty easily. I was really calm, you know. Just anyway. Yeah, sure.
I feel like we should weaponize that somehow.
Yeah, were you breaking that door, or were we just moving on?
I think we should move on for now. If we want the carnivores, we'll solve that problem later. Let's find some cables and follow them.
Okay.
To like a power station or some kind of place that the humans use to generate power for this park.
So, I mean, the fences are made out of cables. They've got these big steel, like, buttresses and then, like, wires running between them. And wires and cables, they're pretty similar. And yes. you know that the fences are tingly when you touch them. So
yeah. So we should follow those.
Yeah. So you follow the fences. Do you go the way the humans went, or do you go the other way?
We go after the humans, obviously.
Cool. So I mean, yeah, the humans they would have gone and hidden in the place of the tingly. So you follow the cables and the wires, and just as the scene transitions to you rounding the road and coming upon and moving out of the transitioning into a new scene, we see the camera pan back towards the carnivore enclosure, and there's all these like distinct lines moving through the long grass, and then we see like a flash of eyes, just for a brief moment.
Larger shadow too, maybe.
Yes, and a large shadow looming in the jungle, and then we cut.
Nice.
We cut to you guys walking down this long, dusty road, and up ahead is there's this large building with all these wires coming into it.
Trixie, I think we found something good here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think this is where the tingling comes from.
Oh yeah? I mean, I don't like that tingling. I mean, I try to get some of the plants to grow outside the fence sometimes. And trying to get through that tingly with my tongue is not good.
Yeah, no, that's not good. I had the same problem with like one of the trees that was outside, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
So we should destroy it.
You know, normally I might argue with you, but your plans thus far have been actually really good. So I'm totally for that.
Hey, we're outside. You can eat whatever you want now. Can you even eat humans? You probably couldn't eat humans.
I mean, he could eat humans. He probably wouldn't get a lot of nutrition out of it.
I mean, I don't taste. I mean, I got one on that horn of mine. You know, I can kind of taste the stuff when it's trickling down in my mouth from that.
Stuff.
Yeah, it ain't good.
One of the other Triceratopses walks up to you, Trixie, and says, "So, that was pretty cool the way you killed those humans."
I mean, kind of sucked that he got stuck on my horn there for a little bit. I mean, it was really kind of weird.
Can I yank it off?
You already did that. You
Yeah.
shook it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
This other Triceratops is standing weirdly close to you, Trixie. As they say, I didn't mind that one of the humans got stuck on your horn. I think it's kind of cool.
All right. Listen, what's your name?
I don't know. What is this other Triceratops' name?
Spiky? Spiky? I think it was
Sure.
Spiky.
Spiky. I'm imagining that. I've decided that you guys have big, like, animal collars with your names embroidered on them or
It's
whatever.
fine.
Or, like, bejazzled in rhinestones.
See, this is what happens when you have a mail-in entry section for Name the Dinosaurs. And you go with the lowball winners here, people.
I mean, it's fine. Okay, listen, we don't have time for this.
Horny McHornface.
We don't have time for this. We need to destroy this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Later. Focus, right?
Fuck you, Agent Trixie.
All right. Trixie, charge the thing.
Like the door?
No, the big
vents?
thing. The thing that the wires are coming out of.
Yeah, I know. It's inside that box. You know, their own pen.
They're
Yes. Well, then break it open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going. I'm going.
Now, is the goal? Yeah, I think it's still dinosaur. Go for it. Plus
I mean,
one.
we're breaking things.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
going to say it might be escape, but it's not really escape.
Ooh, I got 2.
2 sixes or twos?
Yeah, I got 2 6s. I got 2 6s.
Right. So you run up and slam into the wall of this thing, and like it cracks and splinters, but it really hurts your horns. Oh,
All right.
it's like running into a rock face.
Oh, my neck!
All right. Stand back. I got this. I'll create another earthquake.
All right. I'm moving.
At dinosaur 4. I get nothing. God damn it.
You go to slam your feet against the wall and start an earthquake, and the concrete dust gets up in your sinuses.
Oh my god.
It's so itchy.
Oh,
What? What's wrong?
And then he sneezes right in your face, Trixie.
oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm
He's just
sorry.
covered in sauropod snot.
Ugh. All right.
Thanks, man. Great.
I'm
Really
sorry.
appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure you are.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And as
Well, not about you.
as Spiky walks up to you to say, and starts to say, "Oh wow, are you gonna charge the wall again?" The sound of their voice, triggers something in you, Trixie. And at first you think it might be love, but then you realize it's not love, and you defecate. Just release a very large pile, and Smikey just sort of goes and backs away.
Just
Does that
quietly.
happen often?
I mean, at this point, I'm glad you're kind of glad he's away. I can't stand the attention.
That's all right.
I don't know what to do.
As you try and shake the caca free.
Well, what did you eat?
What didn't we eat?
That's fair. All right. So what do we do now?
The building is damaged, but it's not like broken open like a coconut yet.
Can I attempt again?
Sure, you might want to try something different, but you
All
know.
right.
Hold on, wait. Before you do that, I got an idea.
All right.
All right, so going in the front is really hard, right? But you
Yes.
see how it's got the second stuff on top, that
The dome thing?
yeah, you see how it's got that thing on the top there? Yeah, I
Yes.
bet that's soft. I bet that's softer than this door. I mean, if you stomp down on that, if you
All right.
if you just walk up on me, just then stomp on that.
All right. Well, I actually have an idea. How about
Alright.
I will push over this giant ass stick thing.
Okay,
The thing with the green stuff on it,
the tree.
and push it down on. Yeah, I think so. That's what it's called, right? And I'll push it down on the
the
dome.
thing with the green stuff on it. It must be a tree. As you
Yes.
lean up against this big fuel silo that has green spotlights on top of it.
I mean,
And,
this is a weird tree, man, but I think it's gonna work just fine.
and you push it over onto the building.
Yes. I will lean on it so that it comes crashing down on the building.
It comes crashing down on the building and it smashes. Roll me dino to see what happens.
I will die now.
I think it's gonna fall over either way.
I don't make it.
Cool. So you start to push it over, and it goes to fall, and it hits the structure, and it just bursts open. It doesn't do any damage to the building, but it just bursts open, and all this weird black goop goes everywhere. Oh well, it's not quite black, but yeah, there's all this weird, strange liquid goes everywhere, and it gets on you, and it smells revolting, and you start sneezing, and it's
God.
just horrible.
Need to
Oh,
take a shot.
jeez.
All right. So now what?
And you guys start to hear these sirens going all around the place.
Oh, this is noisy. Oh God.
Humans
Well,
are
we
so
need to
noisy.
chase off the humans, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe feed them to the carnivores. I don't know.
And speaking of humans, you see a bunch of them come running out from behind the building, and they have big things in their hands. Do you think they might be more tranquilizer guns?
Oh, those hurt. That's not
And
good.
then you
I'm gonna run away.
and then you hear one of them shout, "All right, it's time to break out the big guns. Yeah, now we're gonna shoot for that big one that knocked over the fuel tank. Yeah."
All right. I'm gonna run away.
And you hear these like phew noises as these things like explode out of the tubes that the humans are carrying, and they kind of spiral towards you in these tight concentric circles with these plumes of fire and smoke coming out the back of them.
Yeah, I gotta run away.
Yep,
Run away.
make me that escape roll to evade humans.
I do not.
Yeah. So you start sneezing with my allergies. And then, oh yeah, we haven't been taking panic. You should be at like 4 or
I
something.
have been tracking panic every
Oh,
time.
you've been tracking panic? Cool. I forgot
Yeah.
to remind you. I'm glad
Plus
you.
1 per fail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
one right now.
Cool. So this rocket slams into the side of you, and you sort of knocks you into another one of the sauropods, and they go scattering into the jungle. He's like, yes, come on, reload, fire, we got them on the run now.
Kyle, I got you,
Get out.
buddy. I got you,
Let's go.
buddy. I charged.
Oh,
I
God.
charged the humans.
Oh God.
Make me that dino roll.
It's like too much Overwatch.
I get A6. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Goodness. And you see the one of them like dive into a bush as you collect a whole bunch of these missile troopers. and fling them.
Troopers?
Yeah, they're missile troopers.
I mean,
Alright.
as we all know, the greatest weakness to a Gundam is a scantily clad woman with a bazooka.
Alright, fair. I'll concede to that.
Yes, dinosaurs at Gundam. Moving on.
I mean, they already got a Pegasus. They already got a unicorn Gundam, so
Stop!
why not?
That's like a new RPG.
Let us not forget Windmill Gundam.
Oh god!
Oh yeah,
God, I almost forgot about him.
that's the Dutch one.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Facts, Trixie! You're a lifesaver.
So most of the other dinosaurs have fled off into the jungle. So it's really
Right.
just you two, and most of these rocket dudes are dead. And then you see one of them like crawling out of a bush, trying to get back to the building. You're like, oh, come halfway across the world, just didn't come here to be killed by some giant lizard. Ah.
Hey, isn't that the guy you stomped on earlier?
No, that's another one! Stop him! I'll stop him.
He's got a distinctly different accent.
Are you sure?
I guess.
Because it looked the exact same. Maybe a different haircut, but
I got a 6 on my stomping on him.
Yeah, you stand on him. Oh no!
Good.
I'll
You
never
are
get to I'll never
Did I
get
kill
to
him?
have biltong again.
Did I kill him?
Yeah, you killed him. He's straight up dead.
Alright.
Now I'm gonna come up with another crazy accent.
Excellent.
Australian and South African are by far my best.
Be the doctor or something. I don't know. Alright. Well, that went well. We killed some humans. Should we check out what the other guys ran off to? The other dinosaurs.
no. You know what? No.
No?
I think at this point they're going to be fine. I think they'll be just fine if we leave them alone. You know.
Alright.
And it's
Yeah,
at this
they need to
point
calm
that
down.
you hear a kind of whistling, harmonic, chirping noise coming from the jungles around you.
Uh-oh.
You see eyes
Guys-
shifting and moving in
Yeah,
the
but there's
jungle.
holes, right?
Uh-oh.
What?
It's Bethany.
Oh, it's Bethany?
Bethany and her sisters.
Oh, good.
And all
Alright.
these velociraptors come screeching out of the jungle, shouting your names. Trixie, Kyle! Trixie, Kyle! It's so great to see you again! And they jump on you and they're playing with you.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's so happy
Again.
to see you again.
Oh.
Guys, come on. They're
Girls.
tasty human beings.
Girls.
Oh, how you been? It's been so long since we've seen you.
Yeah, I know we've been in the breeding pen. It's not my fault.
Did you have fun? Did you have fun in the breeding pen?
No.
Not in particular, no.
No.
So listen, girls.
They
There are a
keep
lot of-
talking at you and asking you questions that are irrelevant.
Oh god. Can a dinosaur at them to like make them stop?
Sure.
I'm a big dinosaur. I can make them listen.
You stomp your foot.
I don't succeed.
They keep talking, and then one of them like
I'm bad
grabs
at this game. I'm bad at rolling in this game.
one of them grabs one of the humans and is like, "Oh, humans!" and they tear it apart. Oh yeah, you probably got like 5 kills before Micah for taking out the rocket troopers, and
5? Okay.
yeah, and Daniel would have gotten 1 for killing the protagonist, the
Yeah, the other
antagonist.
guy. Yeah, so I reduced my panic by 2.
Yeah.
Alright. I have 2 kills and I have 2 panic. Alright, girls, listen. Not paying attention to me.
Yeah, they're not listening to you. And then you hear another stomping noise coming from down the road, and then they all stop, and they look
Uh-oh.
back and say, "Oh no,
What?
Who's that?
it's I wanna know-
Frederico?
Hang on, I'm sorry. What?
Frederico.
Yes, Federico, the Hispanic T-Rex.
The the famed and murderous Tyrannosaurus Max.
Oh God, I think he's
God
actually
damn it.
probably an Allosaurus. But
Yeah.
yeah, he like emerges from the jungle, and we hear that diddly-lee, you know that
Oh no. All right.
it's Zorro.
Can we just
He's
manage?
got the mask on too.
Yeah,
God
I
damn
think
it.
maybe he's got like this weird red kind of
No, his
bang.
skin's red, but he's got a the camouflage or markings
Hmm.
over his
Yeah,
eyes there.
that's like what his color pattern is.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
like a
no, that's what I'm saying.
bandana.
Yeah, no, it looks
Yeah.
like a bandana over his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it's just, very cool.
Well, we can direct him right at the human.
Girls, what are you doing here?
Well, we're trying to break out because we're sick and tired of these damn humans.
Ah, yes. For too long they have oppressed our people.
Yes. We were.
Excuse my shitty accent. I'm doing my best.
It's fine. It's just fine. Um. All right, but we've hit sort of a roadblock here. We don't have cars.
Yes, we don't have cars that we can ride in.
Oh man. But we need
I
to
can't
like.
Clearly, we need to. You are going about the wrong way. You must.
Oh yeah.
You must take their central command
Where is it?
and drive them from the island. Only then will our people have justice.
All right. You'll not eat us, right?
Well, to be fair, we haven't really thought about what this church command looks like. I turn over and look at the big, the big building with the big neon sign that says CC on it. I go, you think that's it? I mean, it'd be pretty obvious, but I think that's it.
Um,
I don't. What's that flashing thing though?
I don't know. It's to tell humans that, hey, we're here.
yeah, so there's like
Yeah.
a big canister with like all these wires coming off of it, and it's flashing at you.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like maybe it's like a pheromone thing, but for people, for humans.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't. They
I don't
they probably
understand.
don't smell so good.
You think it's some kind
Yeah.
of mating object?
That, or it's some sort of hey, don't come over here. We'll beat you up, sort of thing. You know what some dinosaurs do.
Yeah, like when they poop in specific places.
Yeah, so you all start to
Hey,
gather around
hey.
it, and you're looking at it as it's flashing, and then the flashing starts to get faster.
Huh.
Or maybe it
Is that
detects,
good?
maybe it detects dinosaurs, and it's flashing faster to indicate that there's more of you near it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Except it's getting faster still, and there's not more of you here.
I think maybe we should back away from this really
Yes,
quick.
I agree. I agree.
All right, everybody back away. Everybody take a couple.
Let's go over here. Let's go over here.
Oh no!
Everybody.
I think
What
it
is
is some kind of dastardly device. Quick, flee! I will shield your bodies! And
Alright.
the
No,
T-Rex
Federico, no!
and the Allosaurus rolls over onto the bomb as you're all running in slow motion down the road, and it explodes.
Oh man.
Federico!
The dinosaurs leap as the explosion goes off, and then you get blown a little bit further and go sliding across the road.
But we don't look at it. That's important.
Indeed, you don't look back at it.
Yeah.
As
pain
we're
would be
as
too
we're flying
much.
through the air in slow motion, we weigh quite a lot, so that's a pretty powerful bomb to be able to force
Yeah, I
ourselves in
know.
the air. I mean, look at this! I got some distance off the ground here. I mean, I weigh like a couple 100 tons.
Yeah, you should really think about eating less.
Hey, man, when you get the greens and you get ripped as much as I am, come on.
I guess.
In the distance, you can hear the sound of.
I'm on this paleo diet.
In the distance, you can hear the sound of. It reminds you of the sound, Kyle, when they moved you from the rearing facility to the main enclosure. It was like this persistent kind of churning, whirring mechanical noise, like something slicing through air.
Was that the time when I was in that giant box?
Definitely.
All right, and it's coming closer.
It's not. Yeah, sure. It's coming closer. Why not?
Hmm. See the you know how the humans, right? They don't have wings.
Yeah.
They build wings for themselves, and so they can go higher.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And it's
100%
at this
about it.
point, as you sort of stumble into a clearing, that you see a helicopter, gunship thing with rockets and machine guns all over it, hovering above you. And then a voice comes over a loudspeaker and says, "This is your last chance, little lizards. We will destroy you now unless you return to your enclosures."
Okay,
That makes
seriously.
sense.
Okay, no, seriously. Australian, South African. I don't know what that last guy was, but now we got Russian. God, how are these guys and Pete? Where are they getting all these mercs?
I mean, they're
I
all
don't know,
countries
man.
with
I feel like
mercenaries.
the HR department is seriously like
It's a
Well, I mean-
it's a cavalcade of sinister accents.
yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, running a facility full of dinosaurs, maybe you have to hire out a lot of unique people. But I mean,
I'm still
come
waiting for
on.
the German one myself.
I'm not
I
very
don't know,
good
man.
at,
It's
my
been-
German often lapses into Russian, so
I mean, come on, man. There's been a lot of that in media as of late. I mean, did
I'm
you
like,
see?
we're under attack by commie Nazis.
Can we fight this helicopter?
I mean, you've got a big long neck.
Yes, and I've got
I mean,
Trixie.
you could, yeah, and you've got Trixie, and you've also got the girls. You could throw the girls at them.
Oh yeah, we have the girls, don't we?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point.
What?
Can I stretch my neck up to the helicopter to let the girls into the helicopter?
Sure, make me a dino roll to like grab it.
Okay, come on, Dino Roll. Dino Roll! I get a single 6.
Nice. So you grab at the helicopter, and the pilot's like, "Oh no! The dinosaurs! They have got me! I'm losing control!" And then the girls start running up, and they jump in the open side door and tear apart the minigunner guy. And then they're like jumping into the thing. And let's see what raptors have for escape.
That should be good.
Where is it?
They have free and escape.
Cool. I got a 6. And you see the raptors tear the human apart, and then the helicopter starts to like tilt, and then you let go, and then it like stabilizes. Because I'm going full gonzo, and now the velociraptors have learned how to pilot a helicopter.
Holy shit. Well, they are flightless birds, so it makes sense.
Exactly. They have an innate understanding of how to fly.
I mean, first we had cows with guns, then we had chickens and choppers. So it only makes sense that there be raptors and choppers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you hear, was it Betsy or Bethany?
Oh yeah. What? Who?
The
Bethany, yeah.
female, the velociraptor.
Yeah, the
It was
Velociraptor
Bethany.
Queen.
Bethany, yeah. Bethany comes over the loudspeaker and says, "I have built myself wings." And then she like starts zooming over the terrain, firing rockets wildly into the distance.
I see no problem with this.
Really?
No,
You don't see a problem at all.
I mean eventually you get tired.
Eventually, the thing will run out of fuel.
I don't know that.
That's true. It could be electric.
Yeah.
What's the next set piece?
Can I pick an obstacle from the thing?
Sure.
All right.
Sorry, we've got our obstacles.
Yeah.
You could pick a location though.
Yes. You know what I want,
Mm-hmm.
Trixie?
Mm.
I want to see the whole park,
Mm.
so we can see where the humans are.
Okay.
So we're going to that tower.
Yeah, indeed.
I gesture to the tallest tower on the island, I assume.
Yeah,
You mean
indeed.
the one with all? You mean the one with all the scary lights on it? You know,
Yes,
it looks
yes,
beast.
the one that looks like the Eye of Sauron.
The eye of
So-
what?
I don't know.
So you approach towards the tower.
You've been talking to
Yes, the
Sour,
central
Sour
observation
again.
deck.
And you climb up the low mountain walls of the
Yes.
tower, and then at the top of it, of the mountain, of the shallow mountain, there's this huge lake of heat, and in the center is this podium that the tower stands up on, and connecting to the tower are all these rope bridges, and you can see that there's more helicopters over there, and stuff like that. This is clearly where they bring in the tourists. They land on that central podium, and then they go out over the rope bridges to a park.
This is the
The park is
central-
only accessible by a rope bridge.
No, this looks easy enough.
A flimsy
You
rope
deal with
bridge.
To be honest, I'm expecting us to die horribly at this point. You know, because
Oh,
that's
fine.
usually how the
Who
What?
who goes first across this?
Trixie.
All right, hold on. Paw, tail, excrement. Come on,
All right.
ready?
Yes.
One, all right. 1, 2, 3.
Paw.
Damn it! Excrement.
So
Paw
I,
crushed excrement.
so does that mean Trixie's going first?
Yes.
Trixie, how about you, instead of going over, you destroy the bridges?
You
And just
mean?
trap them on their little tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can do that.
It will be a siege.
Brilliant.
Sure.
So roll
yeah.
me dinosaur.
Don't fall off now.
Oh, now you tell me. Great. Thanks. No.
I coach you.
So take a panic as you go to try and cut one of the. You're trying to cut it with your horn, and it's not quite working. And then one of the guards on the tower is like, "There's dinosaurs!" And he shoots at you with a big gun.
Ow!
And you trip and you fall, and you're about to fall into the hot lake.
Ah!
Oh no! I want dinosaur to save my friend.
Yeah, go for it.
I get a 6.
You snatch them by the tail at the last moment and
Ah!
heave and pull Trixie
Can I swing?
back to
Can I
shore.
swing them towards the tower?
Sure, go for it.
I'll swing him towards the tower.
Yeah, you throw Trixie, and as Trixie goes flying through the air, a spray of poop comes out behind them.
I can't control it.
And the soldiers are like, "Oh no, it's Trixie!" As you land and sort of tumble and smash into a bunch of them. And now you're alone on this thing, and I need another accent, but it can't be. The only one I have left is really racist.
Oh, then do British accent.
Oh yeah, I could do a British accent. Hang on a minute.
You got a French accent, or do we do that one?
My French accent's pretty racist. I mean, my Russian accent's also pretty racist, to be honest. But British
We
accent.
won't
British accent. I think it's going to be a bit World War One-y, but we'll make it work. By Joe! The dinosaurs have built a rudimentary trebuchet and hurled themselves onto our little island. Well, I can't be having none of that. And you see this man in like a suit grab like a handle, and when he pulls it, he gets like yanked up into this thing that kind of looks like a dinosaur, but like made out of car stuff.
The hell?
Yeah, it's a big British guy in a mech suit. And you see him put up his fists in front of him and says, "All right there, Trixie, it's time to teach you a lesson."
You got this, buddy.
Did you know about this? What the hell?
I have no idea.
I want a good, clean fight, Trixie. Queensbury rules.
That's not cricket.
What?
And you
Why
see
would
him do like,
I play
do like
Queensbury?
a quick
Why would I
jab out towards Trixie. You know, it's like,
Why would I?
heel, whoa.
Why would I play like Queensbury? That guy's an ass.
I should warn you, Trixie. I know Baojitsu.
Can I distract?
Oh,
this,
jeez, he's been hanging out with the primate. Dude, he's been hanging out with the primates.
Oh God. Okay, can I distract this handlebar man?
Yes,
In
how are you
armor.
going to distract this bully man?
I'm going to throw a rock with my tail.
Sure, Dino.
I get it. I got a 6.
Yes, your rock slams into him. He says, "Oh, that's hardly fair. I didn't know that we were going to have second stringers." And as he's looking
Trixie,
toward...
attack!
Ram, just what? Oh, no, okay.
So roll me those
God.
4 to ram him and try and shove him off the podium.
Yes. I was trying to distract him so Trixie could do a thing.
No, I don't get a 6.
No.
As you're about to run into him, he puts out his hand, and your head sort of stops into his palm, and he says, "Haha, you can't reach me that way, you silly dinosaur."
Oh man!
And then
God.
he grabs you by your collar, and he starts to like pull you and drag you, and then he puts his other hand on you, and says, "Oh, I'm going to give you a heave and a ho and a 1, 2, 3." And he throws you, and you go slamming into the building.
Ow!
Still on the little island, though. And he says, "Come on, Trixie, I thought you knew better than that."
Oh dear. I will throw another rock. Yes, I will do that.
No, I got this. Okay.
Okay, do it.
Horns don't work. Okay, I got a better idea. Body slam.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You see, you see that there's like a ramp up to one of the helipads, and he's sort of standing next to the helipad, so you might be able to like run up the ramp and then jump on top of him.
All right.
Do a belly flop.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Just.
And Trixie starts to gallop up the ramp.
Fighting.
What?
Maybe that dino right.
Color commentary.
And I got a 6.
Nice. So you land on him and crush him, and he's like, "Oh no, Trixie, this you feed!" And he starts like body punching you in the body a bit, down in the abs.
Ow! Ow!
Like you can't defeat me, Trixie, even with your new abilities. I'm too much man for you to handle. And he's punching you in the stomach. Really quick, short jabs.
Ow! Ow! Oh, that's it. You're getting the horns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not random, so I'm gonna roll 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. How is he dodging? This is
He grabs one of your horn, like you go to hit him with your horns, and one of them like goes either side of the mech's head, and then on the third one he grabs it as it's about to hit like the forehead of the mech, and then he snaps one of your horns off and brushes you aside. He says, "Trixie, I've spent years studying dinosaurs and learning how to build them from scratch. I even stole some of your interesting physiques to build my army of mech troopers. This is just the prototype, Trixie. You can't stop me."
Wait, does that mean you're gonna be taking a fart? Gonna be pooping in a second, then?
I think he meant all dinosaurs, but sure.
Well, he said.
Well, then I will shout,
that was an awkward moment.
The funny thing being, like, he can't hear your quips. He thinks he's anthropomorphizing. Like, he just hears you roaring. He can't understand you.
So he's insane.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so I'm going to throw poop at him now.
Yeah, there's that pile of Trixie poop from earlier.
Yeah, dinosaur.
Yeah, it's totally dinosaur.
I get a 6.
Nice. So you splatter poop all over his face. You're like, "Oh no, my sensor field."
Trixie, strike now! Hard and fast!
All right, I'll ram him again, try and shove him off.
All right.
I feel like you should get a bonus for this. I'd like to lay down the groundwork here for him.
Look, I
Hey,
think
get a 6!
Go to 6. Doesn't matter.
Right.
So you knock him, and he goes flying back towards the edge. And at the last minute, like his hand like splays open, and these talons come out of it, and he like hooks into the rock, and
Come on!
He's dangling there. He says, "Trixie, what have you done?" He's dangling there by one robotic arm, the canopy of his mech slightly torn asunder. What do you do?
What have you done? Well, I mean, I rammed you. I mean, then you busted my horn. Yeah, that's my horn, man. That's my horn!
As you walk over towards him, roaring, because he can't understand you, he says, "Trixie, you can't kill me. Don't you know that I reared you by hand in the rearing facility? I was there when you hatched."
Look at this 6. I got the grapple hook.
You smash his hand. "I am your father!" As he falls into the lava below and melts. And at the last minute, his hand sinking into the lava, he does a thumbs up.
I look back across the column. You know, I just realized something. Is the bridge still intact? Because I'm stuck over here now.
Thankfully, there are other bridges still.
Oh, thank God.
I would also like to point out something. Isn't there like a path behind the tower?
No, it's in like the middle of the caldera of a volcano.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, are you suggesting there was an Indian trail we could have taken this entire time just to avoid all this madness?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, get over here.
That would have been such a plot, a write-off plot device that no one would have done that. Never would have done that.
And as you come back across the rope bridge, the tower crumbles into the lava, and we zoom out to see the carnivores chasing the paramilitary guards off of the beaches, and some of the escaped aquatic dinosaurs tearing apart their little patrol boats and such. And then the theme song plays, but it's a revision. It's a less dramatic version. It's more soft and loving and slow and subsumed, and it's definitely not by John Williams.
No. Who's that? I don't know the name.
And then the titles, and then the end comes up in the font of the movie. And then the credits roll. Let me see. In order of appearance, Kyle, played by Daniel.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Kyle, played by Matt Damon. And
Trixie, played by Ben Affleck.
Played by Ben Affleck.
Wow. And the bad guys were all played by Sylvester Stallone.
I don't know. I think the bad guys were all. Oh, actually, you know what? I agree, because I just remembered his part in the Spy Kids movie where he played like 10 different people.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree that they were all played by Sylvester Stallone, because I want to see Sylvester Stallone's British accent.
British accent, his Russian accent, his Australian accent.
And the disguises were really obvious. They were like, he was all like wearing shirts that showed off his massive biceps.
It's like a shirt and a little bit of facial hair they just glue on real quick.
Yeah.
I think maybe
increased layers of spray tan on as well.
I think maybe earlier on in that movie, like when you guys are in the breeding pen and there's the scientist watching you, I think maybe one of the scientists was Arnold Schwarzenegger in like a pair of nerdy glasses.
Yes, like from that movie where he gets pregnant.
Junior.
He's looking at something. No, it's not a tumor. Proceed with the operation.
Can you imagine if if Jurassic Park, the actual movie, was just made by like action stars, and so like Sam Neill's part is played by Sylvester Stallone, and the scientist, the geneticist, who's like telling them about how the eggs and stuff work was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, oh, well, all the dinosaurs are female.
But then there would have to be a scene where someone rides Triceratops into battle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This game was pretty funny. It's not terribly serious, but I'm guessing that was the whole point.
I mean, I think you could do it a little bit more serious, but I don't think you could do it much. I did kind of add in weird sci-fi elements, but I think I was channeling a little bit of Blood Dragon.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
Everything was neon.
Yes.
Retroactively,
I just said everything's neon. I mean, we're colorblind.
Oh man, Antonio Banderas totally voiced that Allosaurus.
Oh yeah, no, clearly. A woman who plays in Rick.
Who?
Charlize Theron.
Amy Poehler.
Oh.
She would be voicing the dinosaurs.
Oh, be the Velociraptor girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have worked quite nicely. All right, well, cool. That was a fun little time.
Yes.
That was pretty much, yeah.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Cool. All right. Well, I will talk to you all later, and thank you for supporting us on Patreon, Micah. I hope you enjoyed this month's reward.
That was a lot of fun.
All right.
Thank you for suggesting it.
All right. Bye.